Even before planning, there is something known as initiation. Even before planning. So initiation, planning, you're planned, then you're implementing, then you're closing. These are the so-called distinct activities of the phases. Mind the word phase, it is not activities. Activities will be several. It is the phase, the initiation phase. This activity belongs to the initiation phase. This activity belongs to the planning phase. The phases of a project are IPIC. Initiation, planning, implementation, and closing, IPIC. In the initiation, project sponsor is identified. If there has to be project sponsor. So you identify if it is required, who is the project sponsor. In a large organization is important. The project sponsor is whom? So the project sponsor is identified. Next, you just observe scope and deliverables are defined. Scope and deliverables are defined, it is saying. Many things are said here, actually. Relationships to organizational goals is key. Today, many things are also getting diluted, which were there happening some even 20 years back, some concepts they are getting diluted. But always remember, as of now, yes, scope and deliverables are defined at this initiation phase. Why? Because as you go along defining the scope and deliverables, you have to keep in mind the organizational goal. Why are they saying, why is it said that at the initiation? Because your whole, until and unless your scope is defined, how can you start the planning? This job needs to be done. It should be included in the scope. If it is only included in the scope, you will plan it. When you are building a school, suppose the last 300 meters of approach to the school is outside the boundary of the school, but that is needed for a bus to come smoothly from the main road. 100 meters they will have to drive it, but that does not belong to the school. It belongs to somebody else, maybe of the government. So when you are building the school, you cannot include that as the scope. They will say I am the one who has been engaged, who has worked out the agreement, and I have to deliver it. I am working on it. The school cannot say you cannot. Neither the schools. If the scope says somebody had written the AAB, then I will immediately say no, sir, it cannot include it, because that is some other authorities are involved. Though even if it is 100 meters or 50 meters, several things have happened in our country like that, ridiculous things, but they have happened. And then they will say, then because if I include it, and then later on when it is, I think I was thinking it is over, but it is not over. Though you have written it in the scope, this was as a part of the scope and part of the deliverables, that this road has to be done, a metallic road at this specification and all those things. Problems. So they are saying, and if once I am building up the scope, I will come to know that this is not there, and immediately I will. My next activity of planning will start afterwards. Same is the case with the budget is approved. And now the same is the case in the initiation phase. The broad statements are made about risk, approach, and timeline. Look here, mind you, it's the broad statement. Stakeholders are identified. Project manager is assigned. And what happens at the end of this phase? How do you know that this phase is over? Approved project charter is approval to proceed to the planning phase. This is the end of the phase. That an approved project charter is the approval to proceed to the planning phase. This is the initiation phase. Very, very critical, because here everything is actually all your what you are going to do is now actually is ready now. Now this is what we have to do, guys. We have to do this. Our friends, we have to go. We have to now do this. We will now that scope and deliverables have been defined. And this can only be defined if your budget is a budget, because if the budget was not coming, then you can say, okay, I do not include this. Presently, I will not include this building. Presently, I will not give you this. I will not design the software, this software for giving you this monitoring cannot be done, will not be done. I will not include that work. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a very critical thing, because many things happen here. All your project future problems, if when it was getting your future problem of operations will be arising if you go deep, if you go digging, and you will find that your initiation phase is during the project, not if the operational problem is related with the initiation phase of the project. Kali tappa de diya, they will yeah, okay. Government may this very frequently it used to happen, and there is a interest of doing things like that. So there is an interest, vested interest. So forget that. But a big project, software project, imagine a huge plane when they are making, when they made this, which one? That Boeing 333. What's the largest Airbus? What's not the Boeing? Not the largest Airbus. The number is what? I'm forgetting these days.
Airbus A380.
Airbus?
A380, sir.
Yes. Its capacity is, I think, 400 plus, if not more than that. So it's a unique history of how they finally launched it. Trouble free, everything okay. Fantastic. Forget about the defense projects of various countries. India has recently done submarine, I think. No, not submarine. I have myself seen one project of Godrej company. Fascinating project. I never knew about the submarine. India is desperately working on submarines. Desperately. And that is known as, very simple thing. The valves, I think they call it Kingston valve. So this Kingston valve, India, no other country except USA, Russia, and China, they can make these valves. These are the valves which sucks water and purges out water, and the submarine sinks and lifts. And I never knew. I used to think that submarine will go thousands and thousands of meters down. No way. It will simply burst. The crack, I mean, such is the pressure. Never knew all this thing. But India did this valve, and it was a wonderful project of Godrej company. Godrej and such companies are Tata's, Godrej. They are remarkable companies, engineering skills. A combination of all types of software, specification, high level of engineering, mechanical engineering, chemical engineering, electronic and electrical engineering, everything combined, and they did it on time. So this is when they take it up, each subcontractors, when they as they took it up, that they spend so much of time on scope and deliverables. They were I had spent a good number of days there, understanding and trying to assess their what they have done. It was part of my work. So this initiation phase, if you neglect, if you don't give much attention, and vis-a-vis, when you see something, a bridge is being made or some building is being done, even if you a few years back, now things are little much better because of that. Accountability, responsibilities are getting defined. Okay, in the planning phase, deliverables are clearly defined. A work background structure defines the work packages. What this is a word. Project management and WBS, they go hand in hand. Work background structure, as the name indicates, is the different work packages. The work packages are used to develop a schedule, and there's nothing. Work package is what? It is nothing but small work. This package, this work, like that. And they combine, and they are used to develop a schedule. Plans are made for management of stakeholders, communication, all communication plan. We will see quality plan, budget, risk management plan, procurement plan. This is what you need to know in project management. Your procurement has to be it's a separate subject or topic. You have to procure so many things, even software. Big software will have to procure others, go to others. And a big project will procure softwares. Imagine what TCS does. Who is the client? Maybe a telecom company, maybe an insurance company. When they procure the services of TCS or Infosys, or now look at it, Infosys, what's happening there? So, or Wipro. That is why they are all looking at these skills. Friends, try to learn this skill. You have an if you start liking this subject, it is left to you. There is enormous amount of material today available. You can't say. Many years back, many years back, you know the first one to which university made learning free? Can you guess which university made learning free? Now you see so many things. India also has done so many free. You can attend any of them. IIT, Kanpur, KGP, this, that. They all have. They will teach you something. And then they will test your knowledge, and then you get a certificate and duration. All those things. Learning is free, almost. But which one did it first? Same USA, the best of the best. I came to know about it because I was told about it. I never believed it. I'm talking about 90s. MIT. Nothing else but MIT did it. World's best technical institute. They started making free knowledge. I was stunned, and I used to hope that someday it will happen in India. Good that in my lifetime I see that things have happened. So you try understanding. Implementation. Project team is hired. Who are those project team members? What are their backgrounds? What skills should they have? Then procurement takes place. Procurement is something very important. Now, now suppose you procure something, and the project needs a good amount of chemicals, suppose, and you have procured it, and then you come to know that the whole project has to be certified, green certification has to be obtained, and you had it. The client will say, get lost. Your procurement plan was wrong. We are going to have a green project. Didn't we tell you? Didn't the scope mention that to you? Where is it mentioned? In the scope will mention all those things. So project work is underway. Implementation. Project must be monitored and changes. Project goes on changing. Change management is part of any large project. Several disasters have happened because of wrong change management. Unbelievable things happen, but then they happen, and then the project suffers. Therefore, it says project must be monitored and changes managed. In one word, communication to stakeholders is an important ongoing activity. Ongoing to stakeholders. Common stakeholders of any large project, software project. Suppose karo, Infosys is doing a software project for government. All the time, government and other stakeholders will have to be communicated. Things have to be communicated. What is happening? Now, suppose karo ki Reliance is here. Did you know that one of the most wonderful project management skills was exhibited by Reliance? The world was stupefied, absolutely stunned. World was stunned by this skill of project management of Reliance company. Can you guess which project I am referring to? Guess, quickly guess. Don't take time.
Geo.
Hmm?
Geo network.
Not Geo.
JIO.
No, not JIO Geo. No. That is
They acquired the Reliance and then they invested. Like
no.
they went into loss and then they started doing it.
They had a nice, good, fine, good. But they stunned the entire world when they completed before the project was supposed to be completed before time. Massive Reliance refinery and petrochemicals in Jamnagar. It's a massive project, and the world never believed that a Reliance, a private company in India, will be able to do it, and they did it, and then they proved to the world what India can do. Exceptional achievement. Remember this. That this is once they have a skill in something, and then the other projects, so for them it's not it's a most complicated project. A refinery and a petrochemical project is the most complicated project. Project work is under. Okay, then comes, and you can pretty well imagine the amount of communication which was the chemical ministry, with the petrochemical ministry, with the Gujarat government, with the local government, with the main clients of who will be picking up the products there. Everybody has to be communicated, and then several changes made. Everything project team members they had from a absolutely nothing was there. So now closing, absolutely important. We always forget closing. And we hardly do. Which one we hardly do? Tell me which one we hardly do. India didn't believe in this. Though India is renowned for that. India at a work level, India that really doesn't do that. Only now India started doing it. Reporting, fine. Closing out procurements, final payments. Final payments. Ab ruk do. Okay. Final payments. Close it. Identify lessons learned. Document wherever it is required. Knowledge management, world is talking about. All standards talk about knowledge management. And then celebrate. Celebrate? We have done what they have done their duties, they have done their work, they get their salaries. India has to change their mindset. Celebrate. Though India's celebration, India as a nation, its celebration is world famous. But in a work environment, celebrate, reward. Oh my God. I've hardly come across only now celebration to be that is an important thing. But project when the Seki project, celebrate, learn to celebrate. You've done a good job. Okay. So the phases are initiation, planning, implementing, and closing. Couple of important points, bullet points under initiation. Couple of them only. Initiation. Only a couple of them.
Sir, in the initiation phase, firstly, the project and sponsor is identified. After
Hmm.
that, scope and deliverables are defined, budget is approved.
Hmm.
Along with the broad statements are made that are related to risk, approaches, timelines. Stakeholders are also identified, and project managers are assigned. And along with, finally, we are approved with a project charter. After
Bah,
that, we will be moving to the planning phase.
bah, bah. Somebody, only a couple of points on planning. Maybe only one point on planning. Yeah.
Once the recommended solution is approved, the product initiated to deliver to the approved solutions.
Okay, okay, okay. Implementation.
Mm,
Project team is hired and developed. Procurement takes place. Project work in underway. Project must be monitored and changes managed throughout. And communication to all the stakeholders as an ongoing activity.
Hey, great, great. And closing. Actually, and implementation. Only one or 2 points.
So procurement takes
Implementations.
place.
Remember this thing. Project team is implementation means project team is hired and developed. Hired and developed. You cannot have a fully developed a project team. Ha ha ha. A project team they have come. No, they have to develop. And then procurement takes place. Others you don't remember. And of course, you have to remember this communication to stakeholders, changes, all are important. But when you have to remember, yes, it starts with what? With project team. And moment you say a project team, communication all starts tuck in place. Between the teams, it has to be really discuss communication, procurement starts taking place. And closing, reporting, closing out procurement, reporting, very important, reporting. Identify lessons, knowledge management, identify lessons, and of course, celebrate. Okay,
Excuse me,
okay.
sir.
Hmm.
Throughout the process, where do we do this project monitoring and whatever the modifications are required? Because the monitoring
Throughout the project, wherever the
continuously.
monitoring will be required once the project starts. And every event, oh, see, okay, you wait for some time. You have to put you know project whole chart is prepared and a big chart will be there, and then at every phase, what is the progress. That is monitoring. Every day, where people will report back. Okay, this thing, procurement, what is the status? This. Acha. Then, तुम्हारा suppose करो कि then this activity A, how much it is progress? It has to be completed within 5 days. Where are we? So they will say, and what is the work breakdown there? And these activities have to be completed, sir. Okay, number one, A1 activities done or not? Not done. Okay, red. Like that, they will prepare. They have to prepare a chart. Everything. This is today's. It is done on a year basis, on a on a real-time basis, almost. But it is actually well, just hang on for some time. I do think I have some monitoring charts and other things. These are then you will immediately. But keep those questions in your mind. The monitoring, where are the monitoring? And then monitoring indicators are also built up, so you know how much resource we have consumed, how much manpower man hours. We had estimated so many man hours. This is the breakup. How many man hours have already been consumed? That also is monitored. Or else, if I am consuming more man hours now, hey, dig, warning, alert, we are consuming more. We will we will end up into problems. So, what's the alternative? Overtime, or is it overtime or not? All these things. But keep your question. Every question has some meaning. Okay. Oh,
Sir, related to project monitoring and control, like what you have covered, as such for the in the project management, no separate uh, in separate topic it is being covered. Actually, it runs parallelly with the project execution process group activity whenever it is being completed. So
क्या है? Again, come.
that project monitoring and control activities always take parallel with the project execution process group activities that are being there in that project management. It's not being covered separately. It always goes parallel with the execution of the project, sir.
Hmm. Okay. Wait for. Just hang on. Just wait for some time. We have only. It is not the closing the year. We have only. Still, it is only in the initial phase. I will now little bit move to another set of slides because there are several sets of slides. I will now little bit move to another one, and then we will do something there. Okay. Hopefully it is okay. You can't see, na?
It's visible, sir.
Visible.
Yeah.
Okay. Ah. Now we will start moving little fast, but of course after doing a small activity, very small. That will give us a break, and then we will continue. We will start moving little fast because this is important. Now this sets of slides, and then maybe let me see the next day we will complete. But read a lot. Read all those materials supplied by Professor Datta. You know what is a project now, and you know what is meant by several projects, collection of projects. You also know that a project has a beginning and an end. A project has limited resources. Unlimited resources, as no project has unlimited resource. A project follows a planned, organized method to meet its objectives with specific goals of quality and performance. Cost, time, and performance are actually the three key words. Cost, within time, within and the performance. Specific goals of performance is met. Every project is unique, and a project most often involves change. So change management in any project is extremely crucial. A laboratory was located in a certain area, and then suddenly you realize that if in the laboratory a fire takes place, it is not it is difficult to come out of the laboratory. There will be there may be human loss. So you have to need to change. Now you can pretty well make out that how much work will be involved. Now changing the already maybe the basic infrastructure, the basic gas pipe, gas line, and all those things have been installed, and somebody now comes and says, "Ki, well, the government has these regulations here. In this government has got this regulation because after the fire took place in such and such institute, there is a new regulations they have worked out, and so we have to change your time estimate, your cost estimate, your performance to बाद में all have gone for a toss. So you have to be very careful about change management. So project is therefore not the same as program or an operation. At a later stage, not in today, we will please remember the new standard. That means I'm talking about the ISO standard, and which will govern the scene now. Already the PMI Institute talks about this program and your portfolio management, portfolio. Those are the topics which they are all clubbed actually, but then they have difference. So the name of this some standard guidance to project management and that like that it is happening. So project is therefore not the same as a program or an operation. What do they mean? But now don't have to think about it. A project is a temporary effort made up of a set of related activities and a set of related activities undertaken to achieve a unique goal. Definition of management definition: a process of setting and achieving goals through planning, organizing, directing, and controlling. This is the proper scope. The planning, organizing, directing, and controlling. This is PODC. And I think S is there is another S is there, which is scheduling or something like that. So this is the extremely important management definition. Way back in the 30s or EFA, all that stated there. Somebody must have been remembering that. Utilizing human and financial and material resources. So project is this is okay, fine. And then we have also seen that art of getting things done. This is a simple definition. Art of getting things done through other people. Project is getting things done through other people. Okay. Now, this is a famous, very well known the triangle. That project is a single, non-repetitive enterprise. It is usually undertaken to achieve planned result. This Infosys is doing it that tax submission for this year. It will complete, and then you will say, okay, this is done, which is actually not facing lots of problem, lots of criticism it is facing. Okay, within to achieve the planned result within the time limit and the cost budget. So budget. Here the triangle, it is not within it. The quality was within there. Here, budget, quality, schedule, cost, time, performance. Draw this on your table note. Scribble. Draw this. Budget, schedule, quality, or cost, time, performance. CTP. So, which is the most important corner in the balance? Is it a right question? Or can you answer this? See, what a question. Once it is a drawn, and then they are asking the question. Not is the most important corner. It has to be balanced. Can you tell me? Drop it and then start thinking.
So we have to keep a track of all the three things.
So your answer is all are important. There is nothing known as most important corner.
Yes, sir.
All corners are important.
So all
Okay?
corners are important, but one of the corners may be, if the given preference, that must be aligned with the organization goals.
Where is organization goals here?
So if a company which wants to give the quality products, but they are not concerned about the budgets, then the quality may be the best one. But if a company which is just doing the opposite, which is not concerned about the quality, but they are concerned about the low cost product, then the budget becomes a important point.
Hmm.
Sir, all the things is very important. When you are talking about quality circle, when we are talking about the project completion aims and objective, whether it is a low grade product or high grade project, these three things are very important in case of the project management. You can't deviate the quality you want, schedule you want, and budget is not there. Or the quality you want, budget is there, and this, you are not maintaining the schedule. So these are the three important pillars you cannot ignore.
Hmm. You cannot ignore project management. You said a very important thing in project management. We are not on any other topic now. Right now, we are on project management. See, this is the. Some of you have got experience and very good experience. Some of you are young. You are bubbling with I don't believe this attitude. I don't accept this attitude. All are important, but start thinking. It is not that there is only one definite answer. Oh, this is the answer. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. It cannot be equal to 2. Oh, then the management says, no, 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 1 plus 1 and 1. And then oh, no, 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 it is 1 plus 1. It is only 2. It is, no, 1 and 1 can be 11. It is like that. No, it is management. There is no single answer. Which is the most important corner in this balance? Okay, keep on thinking. Private, buying a plot of land, building a house, having a baby. Oh, that's also a project. Achha. Buying a family car, work, starting up a center, some learning center, teaching center, rolling out a new mobile network. Yes, Geo, mobile network, new mobile network, implementing a new financial system. Okay, starting a new department. Many times it happens. All are projects. Okay, project, a vehicle for delivering change, complexity, technology change and requirement change, low high, technology change, business projects, IT projects, technology change, IT projects, fast technology change, requirements are changing, high, IT here, business here. Construction generally are on this low and low. Construction projects. Why do they do this? To derive certain rules that if this is what is all known as how management develop. Try to derive rules, try to derive principles. Fine, okay. We are not very much bothered here. We are not much bothered. Now, friends, we will take a break. But every time let us try to little bit utilize. I am requesting you to write down only these words, 20 words. Write down quickly. Tick, 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 tick. Tick, 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 tick. Once you have written down, tell me, yes, I have written down. Then I don't have the separately. I can't send you also right now. And then,
Completed, sir.
huh? Hey,
Completed.
hang on. I will give you time to write also. Then I will show you only. because I don't. But it was the best thing if I could have given you, but I don't know how to cut it, and then again it's all spending time. I will show you this. You have to read it a little carefully, and then since you have this one, you have to tell me, okay, sir, I will leave it like this. Okay, sir, deliverables or suppose for an example I say WBS. It is, we have seen previously, WBS stands for work breakdown structure. So it is WBS. WBS is, if it is, yes, work breakdown structure. So WBS means F. It will be F. You have to say you only that you have to write down beside that WBF, beside which, beside this WBS, F. Nothing else. F. So now you write down this 20, and then once you have done it, I will show you like this, leave it to you like this. This we will spend some 20 minutes. 20 things are there. Let me myself make a cup of tea for me, and then you also can have go and make a cup of tea for you. Note them down. Note, and I'll just come after 5 minutes. Then change this slide to this one, and give you some 10-15 minutes time to match it. If you can match it, nothing benefit. But I will not give you. I will not show you the first the deliverables, and for example, number 20 here it is number last one, and a deliverable is nothing but number the first one, a part of project. I will not show you this. I will show you this. Here also we will find like that. You will find something like that. So this is the actual answer. So okay, this is the exam. I will show you this.
You'll ask the left side, we should answer the right side, sir.
Uh,
Sir, that now you showed on tab. Yes, sir. This you'll ask, we want to answer that one, sir.
right now you write down just like this. Now 20 words.
Okay,
This.
sir.
Once you are done, tell me. This will take hardly 2-3 minutes. Done, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I leave it like this. You have 20 minutes. You already have this one. You have written down this one.
Yes,
So
sir.
next to this, from suppose karo WBS stands for work breakdown structure. So work breakdown structure here is in F. So all that all that you have to do is you have to write F, because WBS stands for work breakdown structure, hierarchical organization, in a hierarchy of project phases, tasks, and end products. That is how it is arranged. So WBS is this. Try from your just uh, from your whatever your understanding. Try to relate this each with there will be one here. There will be one here. It is unique, one to one hang. It is there. So try to take your time. There is. We will see how much we have been able to do it. And because the next slide, the answers are there. For example, in the deliverables, the outcome of a process which is both definable and measurable, also called milestones. This is deliverables. So in here, let us see the outcome of a project, where it is, if there is the outcome of a process which is both definable and measurable, also called milestone. That is deliverable. So I have to let me put against deliverable, whichever is the number. What is the number? Number is deliverable is called milestone.
It is G.
Whatever, G. I don't know why they have given H. H also is called. You just think about it. We will see. We will see. Okay, this is the way. So I am not going to now. This is no more required for us, but this is required for us. This one is required for us. Hey, not this one. This one. I am only showing you this one. So this one will be important. Now you only look at it. You don't have to. If you want, a moment you write down, you can look at it, and then if you want, or else you can neglect it. You only write down the alphabet. Only write down the alphabet. Okay, are we all okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hmm. This is it. I am now putting before you. We will start after 15 minutes. Let me go and make 5 minutes tea making. It's a small project for me. 5 minutes tea making, 5 minutes then tea drinking, or coming back to you. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. You also go make the tea, come back.
Yeah.
Have your have your tea or coffee.
Okay, sir.
So number one is deliverables. Deliverables and link it with which number?
G.
Hmm?
G, sir. The outcome of process with both
The outcome of uh,
definable and measurable, also called milestone.
acha, not H. The outcome of a process which is both definable and measurable, also called deliverable. I don't know. Okay, you put G. Okay, I put G. I also put here G number one. Okay. Number two. What is number two? Duration.
Duration.
Duration is what? Which is number?
Time taken.
Hmm?
P. P.
P. P for Patna. P for Patna. Where is Patna? Amount of time a
Amount
task.
of time a task will take to finish.
Okay. P. Okay. P. Number three, escalation. Escalation. Now, escalation, which one? Which one? Escalation. I lift it up. So, what will it be? I escalate it.
It is C.
It is
C.
C, sir.
for C for coaching.
Yes, sir. Rise an issue higher and higher in management until it is solved.
Until it is
So,
solved. Okay, ठीक है. C. Okay, okay. We put C. Next is Gantt chart. Number
and
four is Gantt chart.
T,
Gantt chart
sir.
is
T for that.
Gantt chart is which one?
T. T for train.
T for Tata.
Tata. Yes, sir.
A view that graphically shows.
Project schedule over time.
We have to be very careful also, not T for Tata or T for train, because I remember I had a friend whose surname was Das. It was DAS. So I was trying to decode. I mentioned D for dog. D for dog. Then this Das told me, "Ki you are calling me a dog. I am Das. You are calling me D for dog, D for dog. You are not calling saying D for Das." Oh my God! I said, "Hey, Mama, you're not a dog. You're my dear friend." Okay, that was C for Tata. Now number five. Number five is issue.
Issue.
What is issue? Project where this is a very,
A.
very, very
Yes,
common
sir.
term. Issue.
A. A problem or challenge. A.
A problem or challenge.
Challenge.
They will not say a problem. They will not say a challenge. They will say a issue. Acha. Okay.
Issue. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. Okay. What
Okay,
is
sir.
six? Lessons learned. Lesson eight. No. eh, Lessons learned. Lessons learned.
Yeah. Yes.
Which one?
Lessons learned. The sixth one. Yes, sir. Management lessons, which may be used to improve the execution of future projects.
Okay. S. S for S for what? S for
Yes, for
Santa, Santa Barbara. Okay. San Diego. I've gone to USA. Okay.
super.
S for okay. S. S. Now number seven. Milestone. Milestone.
Milestone is H.
Milestone. Which one? Outcome of a process which is I won't say anything. What is my which one?
H is the outcome of process, which is both definable and measurable, also called as deliverable.
So it is G or it is G.
G is also, it will come to H also. G is for deliverable, H is for milestone, sir.
ठीक है, okay, let us write H. Next one, baseline, again a very common word. For all these are common terms. These have got specific meaning, and they are actually they come in questions. Okay, now let us see what is number 8. Mhm. Number 8, baseline.
It's over the initial project schedule.
Which one? The number 8 is which alphabet?
Oh, the initial project schedule.
O, sir.
The alphabet?
O.
Initial project schedule. O. Acha. O.
Yes, sir.
8 is O. O is ozone. Acha. 9. 9
Phase.
what? 9 is what? 9 is phase.
Phase.
Phase stands for
Phase stands for J. J. A part of a project.
a part of a project. Okay.
J.
J. Okay. Program. 10.
B, sir.
B. A vehicle for implementing an organization strategy.
Yes, sir.
Okay. 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 11. Project.
Project is I, sir. A
Project.
temporary effect made up of a set of related activity undertaken to achieve a unique goal or objective within specific constraints.
Okay. Let us put it as I. We
Yeah,
will
I,
check.
sir.
Okay. We will check it up later
Okay.
on.
Now,
12. Sources.
resources. E.
What is
E. The people, material, equipment, or facilities required to complete a
people, material, equipment, facility required to complete? Okay. Hey, others also agreeing now with this one, because we will
Yes, sir.
anybody has anything else, we will also note down that. 13 is a risk. Risk is what? Risk is
risk is R, sir. The possibility of something going wrong in the future.
R. Okay, R. 14. Scope.
Scope. The sum total of all of its products and their requirement or features.
Which
D.
one?
D, sir. D. 14th one, D answer.
D. The sum total of all of its products and their requirements or feature. D. Okay. D for Delhi. Okay. Slack. It is a term coming from network concept. Slack. The gap. The leeway given. The slack. The leeway given. Okay. Let us see what
N.
has been.
N, sir.
Yen.
N.
Spare or extra time. Sure. Okay, good. Sponsor.
The person chiefly responsible for leading the project to a successful outcome. Q. Q. Q.
The person chiefly responsible for leading. Okay, Q. Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Hmm.
So for the sponsor, it is not necessary that the person who is handling the project or who is responsible to complete the project will be the sponsor, because sponsor is the someone who is giving the money to complete that project, or who is expecting the outcome in the exchange of money or in the exchange of some other value.
Sponsor, you are drawing from this, what you said, you are drawing from the concept of Six Sigma. Usually in a Six Sigma situation, they say sponsor is the person who is actually committing the budget or something like that. Huh? Your state, your state, it is aligned with what proposal, that concept of sponsor, which is there, which is also correct in that sense, because whenever any Six Sigma project is worked out, there has to be, when a company is working out, or yeah, there is they usually previously they used to, even now a good companies, they identify a sponsor, principally giving him the responsibility also of ensuring that budget is provided, all those things. But in a government environment, suppose, or in a public sector environment, budget comes from something else, money comes from somewhere else, but they may appoint somebody as a sponsor. They may say ki this general manager is a sponsor of this project. Now there is a expansion taking place, maybe valued at 4,000 crore rupees. A refinery expansion is taking place. 4,000 crore rupees of value. A general manager projects will be the person, but he is not the boss of the for 4,000 crore rupees. It comes to him through a channel. The CMD and the government of India has agreed on that. So usually it is happening like that. But the sponsor is the, okay. I will hang on now. A person is the okay. We will see. We will see. Just wait. Just wait. Just wait. Just wait for 2 more minutes. Stakeholder.
Stakeholder is a person or a group with an interest in the project.
What
K.
is now?
K.
K, 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 K. Okay. 18.
Sub projects.
18 is sub-project. Sub-project is
Nothing but M, sir, a project within another project.
19.
Task.
19 is
Tasks.
hmm,
A project activity that has a starting and finishing point.
L.
L.
Okay. 20.
WBS.
WBS.
Work breakdown structure. F.
Okay. Now let us see a little quick check. Number 1 G. Number 2 P. Number 3 C. Number 4P, number 5A, number 6S, number 7H, number 8O.
So, project means what exactly, sir?
Which one? Which one? Number 9J, number 10B, number 11I, E, number 13, number 13R, number 14D, N, number 14 हो गया D, N, 16 Q, number 17 K, number 18 M, number 19 L, F. Good. Great. And now your question. Sponsor. So the sponsor is the person who is the sponsor. The person chiefly responsible for leading. They are not they're not using the term who is giving money, who is providing the money or the budget or anything like that. The chiefly responsible for the project. It is the nearest amongst all these definitions which is given, and that is also actually in today's environment. That is the person who is known as sponsor. Okay, good, good that you people have tried this one.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. So before we proceed, I would like to make one point on the milestone. Here, the definition of the milestone and deliverables were the same. In my opinion, milestone should be a specific point in the project cycle
Yes.
where we have
In end point, when it is over, a specific point, milestone, that means it has achieved, it has reached that level, achieved a specific point.
done some progress or we have achieved something also.
Okay, good. Yes, agreed. But nearest one was this one. So keep that in that sense. What you said is correct. Okay. A little bit of words on the project manager. A project manager. Now, who is a project manager? A plan and manage the day-to-day delivery, supervise the staff and consultants, engage. Lots of consultants are there, provide leadership to the on the science or on the science capacity building components, work closely. Science, I don't know. That must be a mistake there. Work closely with research networks, provide regular and accurate management reports, and such things are there for the project management. A lot of ways you can see both as a sharp human beings, as a manager, everything as if on a project manager, ability to undertake multiple tasks. Yes, the multiple tasks. The project has a multiple task. Is a project manager has to undertake multiple tasks concurrently. And one person is asking him for the IT support. Another person is asking him for the said the procurement has got stuck up. That you need to do. We need to do something. Sir, you do it. He understands multiple tasks he has to do. Creates a project environment that is inclusive of all cultures and backgrounds. Of all cultures and backgrounds. This will be realized as in that example of Northeast schools is happening. Now, even, even I don't know whether I have that slide or not. In a project management explanations and lovely literatures are available. In one of them, it is saying why that cultural thing is important, because they have done it with various colors, and the colors have got different meanings in different cultures. They had drawn it, they had something they had done in white, something they have done it blue. I am forgetting that whole thing, but I do remember one thing, that somewhere they had put it as white. Now, white in that culture, that color indicated, white in our culture indicates what?
For rest in peace and all, they will use
Hmm? In our culture, white indicates what?
white when
White indicates generally, I think you may differ.
Peace.
I do not remember.
rest
White
peace.
indicates peace.
Purity, pure, maybe, I don't know. But white in that culture indicated death, matlab, something related with cremation, something related with the passing away. So blue is again in some culture indicated. If I get it, I will next class. It's a very interesting phenomenon. Just hang on 1 second. So that indicated that that project manager had used colors in his different communications and other even I think in their charts and other thing, and that created a problem because it in problem in the project execution. And they finally found out that this is a misconception about the colors. Blue, they're not normal Western understanding of colors. They were completely different understanding of colors, and things were pretty complicated for that only. So you have to understand, you have to be project environment that is inclusive of all cultures and backgrounds. The people that now, if I am from the western side of India and I'm doing something on the northeastern side of India, I have to understand the cultures there, and then accordingly move, accordingly make my plan. Determine priority soundly, result-oriented, communication responsibility, reliability, accuracy, eye for detail, leadership, team building, conscious of the politics, and conflict resolution. Chalo. So these are highlighted just to emphasis on the words. So many things they have to a project manager. It is a huge amount of responsibility, project manager. Make sure projects get done, a good communication skills, and make sure projects get done. And at the end of the day, he has to have these two are exceptional. Somebody in the early part you did mention about exceptional communication skill. The better the communication skill, the better. I have worked under project managers. In that point of time, we used to take up very large projects, engineering projects, also not engineering projects only. Engineering means not only making pharmaceutical factories, chemical factories, but also doing major irrigation projects, also taking up major public systems project. All those things we used to do. I myself used to act as a project manager for a couple of projects during my state tenure there, and we had an exceptional project. The boss there of the group in which we were working, he was an exceptional project manager. And what today, when I saw these two words, I realized that if I have to describe, we used to call him, his name was SS. We used to call him SS, Satyabrata Srivastava. So if he has the two qualities, if he has got, what are the two skills or competencies? I would say this and this. That was the two. Everything that he used to resolve through his excellent communication and facilitation skills. Everything, be it any stakeholders, be it within the team, be it with the MD of the company, everything. Technical skill and behavior skill. These are the what a project manager has to communicate. Morning you were saying this. You have to plan well, and this is negotiate. This is skills of tomorrow. This one. Negotiation. This is skills of tomorrow. Can you not realize why they are saying it is going down from the most highest level of political thing in the world, geopolitical, Taliban, the negotiations and all those things, down to a project, a simple project, a software being developed, negotiations. At every point there is negotiations. And how do I negotiate? This is a skill. They try to teach these skills are now. Long time back, quite some time back, even during my those project management days, I first came to know about negotiating skills, the importance of negotiations. I never understood them. What is negotiation? Sorry, why are they saying like this? Yes, this is a high level of skills today. Coaching, decision making, leadership. You mentioned all these things. Now you find everything is there as a project manager. These are the skills of a project manager. Don't forget. You try to remember one or two words, CPN, and then the C for communication, C for coaching automatically will come. C for planning, you will know. Then you will always know, you will never forget now CPM, because then is new negotiation. Then making leadership are always there. This C will connect with this and this coaching. Oh, coaching, communicating, planning, negotiating. Then your decision making and leadership. देखो, this is damn good. Okay. Okay, let us see the project cycle management, how long it is. We will, because after some time we will stop and we will try to do some quiz. And then we will move on with this later on. Mm, 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 mm. Key principles, we will take it later. Now, next 5-10 minutes, we will finish this, the project life cycle. Earlier we had seen IPIC, initiation, planning, implementation, and closing. Good, they remain. It's not that they do not remain and now replaced by this. Nothing anywhere. But when somebody was asking me, sir, designing and all those things. Yes, another way of looking at it, and there is nothing wrong. They all complement each other. It's your way of moving should be design, plan, execute, and finalize. Okay, okay. Good. Identification and specification, design and plan. That is identification and specification. Execution is the actual project. And finalize means the closing. Every project has an end. So, okay, the project ends. And here something happens, that is you plan, and then there is a monitoring and evaluation, design, monitoring and evaluation. It's constantly happening, monitoring and evaluation. Where they are placed is here. They are not placing monitoring and evaluation. This is what you have to learn. They are not placing it here, monitoring and evaluation. They are not putting execution, and then monitoring, evaluation. Finalize, monitoring, evaluation. No, you can then build up logics like that. No, nothing. This is it. After much deliberation, this is how they have done. Actually, they have taken it from when you look at, if at all we have some time, if at all, we do not look that we will have that time of looking at that standard. That is separately sometimes Professor May, we can discuss with separately and run a separate, just what's happening now. That is a beautiful standard. Okay, final evaluation, lessons learned, fine. And here you see the whole thing now. Project phases, initiation, plan, implement, monitor, adapt, and close. Yes, this is it. This is how it all looks. But you only remember, you can remember, this is nothing to care. Initiation, plan, implement, and all this will help you. This once you know this, yes, then one by one, what are the initiation activities you do recall. You will never forget. The scope comes here. That is everything. So Then how does the whole thing look? This is how it looks. That initiation you started, then you plan and design. That is, then you plan and design, then you go execution, then you there is monitoring and controlling. Then this inputs of here goes here, at me it comes here. So that is why they put it like this. They will put always. They will several any box this you will find this type of symbols being used. And then monitoring, closing, controlling, and then you have a closing. Okay, good. Same thing. And then just why they are doing like this, just to give you a feel. These are all as if on a networking event, a activity. This goes and then it is over. These symbols are any networking, any project management, any when you especially start learning what? Learning networking, project networking, part and sapient. That is, then you will find this at the picture. These are typical pictures. This stands for. Let me see. That's very attractive. That's very interesting. That is the interesting mathematical oriented, logic oriented, not mathematics. There is not much of mathematics in that. Absolutely logic. Very powerful logic. This time, this goes, this is activity, this is event. Like that it goes. Fine. So that symbols they have started using. And the same thing. Don't have to, you'll not spend much time here. No point. Okay, these are tips. Okay. Inputs from other experts, books, lessons, brainstorm, cross-check, reviews. Break big challenges into small challenges. Begin with the end in mind. Stephen Covey's things. Use risk as a guide. This is a subject matter, very highly interesting subject matter.
So before this slide, just show this tips, before tips.
This one. This one. Okay. We will not go into the three principles of planning, communicating, and risk management, and then those things. This we will take up next month in the next class. But however, what we are now going to do, the last thing which we are now going to do is this one. We will try to do it together and see that we finish at least up to half of it. Then the next half next week. Okay. Just 1 second.